Have you guys heard the full story of what happened to me that night, though?
No, not at all. I just keep hearing that you ran over a guy.
Okay. So, so I'm a graveyard. Vehicle patrolman and personnel escort guard. So I drive a marked vehicle, and until really late at night. So my shift ended, and I went home and I picked up some gas at a station really close to my house, and
This is an actual job, right? You weren't just doing this out of your own free will, right? This is like an actual job, right? Like
yeah. So at 4 a.m. comes, and I'm driving up the road to my house, and I see this guy riding a bicycle on the sidewalk in this really, like, I can only describe it as, like, an erratic manner. Like, he's wiggling the handlebars as he rides and wiggling them really fast. And I'm like, that is one creepy fucking way to ride a bicycle at 4 a.m. I sure hope this fucking guy doesn't follow me. And he was riding opposite to me. The second my car passes him, he turns 90 degrees, goes off the curb, and turns 90 degrees again behind my car and starts following my car. And I go, okay, I'm being followed. Fuck this. So I speed ahead. I speed ahead. I know not to stop at my house. So I speed ahead and I go past my house, about 3 houses down. I pull over to the sidewalk. I turn off my engine and all my lights. And I take my foot off the brake and all that. I'm sitting there in complete pitch darkness, looking around, waiting to see him pass by me. Okay. Anyways, so I'm thinking, okay, any second now I'm gonna see him coming out of the dark if he's really following me. And I don't see him, and about 5 minutes pass, and I go, okay, I guess he's not following me. I guess I misjudged. You know, this is really a lesson in not judging people and profiling them just because they look homeless. So I'm just gonna turn my car around and drive back to my house. And so I do a U-turn in the street, and my lights are still up, and I go, oh right, I gotta turn my lights on. I turn my lights on, and right there, fucking 20 feet in front of my car as I turn around, he's waiting there with one foot on the bike and one foot holding himself up, and he's leaned over the handlebars grinning at me like that fucking Germa picture, He's looking at me just like that. He's fucking looking at me like that, and I shit my pants practically. I'm thinking, oh my fucking god. So I'm fucking horrified. I put the car in neutral and I start revving the engine, thinking he wants to play chicken or something. He's a dumbass. So I start revving the engine because I'm not gonna act fucking afraid of a guy who's trying to make me afraid. I better not show that I'm afraid. So I start revving the engine and pulling forward a little bit, and he just keeps coming closer to me. He starts riding towards me, wiggling those handlebars again. Infected from 28 days later, flailing on the bike. He's flailing on the bike as he rides it towards me as fast as he can, flailing his legs on the fucking gears. And I'm thinking, okay. And I lay on the horn. I start laying on the horn to wake my neighbors up and get them to come out. And finally, he's about 5 feet from the front of my car, jumps off of his bike, and does like a spinning whirlwind attack and throws the bike at the front of my car and positively leaps from my fucking car door while reaching under his belt. He lifts up his shirt, which is tucked into his pants. He lifts up his shirt and reaches for something tucked into his pants belt. And just then I went, fuck no! And I took my foot off the brake and stepped on it. And there was a van on my right, a bike under my car on the front, and he was on the left. So I could go through a car and crash. I could go over a bike and lose 2 tires and have it stuck under my fucking hood. Or I could go through this dumb fucker trying to fucking scare me while I'm in a goddamn car. So I turn my wheel, I turn my steering wheel to left and try to aim between him and the bike, and I fucking step on it. And the last thing I see is him taking out my left mirror as he rolls.
The last thing Whitey saw was his brain splattered across the pavement.
No, the last thing I saw was his back completely intact as he rolled like a rug over the left side of my car. So and I ducked my head down and I drove down the seat trying to steer without looking out my window because I was expecting gunshots to start shattering my rear window. And none did. So I got on the phone with the cops. I pulled over 3 blocks away. The cops talked to me. They said they didn't find anything there. And I went home and covered my car up with a tarp and melted the bike.
So